everybody, it's me, and I'm back. Sorry it's been a while, but lots happened. Had to wait forever for Sony to release the patch for the PlayStation 4 to get rid of the HCDP, or wait a minute, HDCP, which is basically stands for High Definition Copyright Protection, which is Sony's way of making it so you can't record anything. It's still not perfect because if I want to watch a movie or Netflix, I have to unplug my HD PVR and plug it in regularly through my TV. And then if I do want to record, I gotta turn that off, and it's just a pain in the ass. But there's a fix around it: $20 HDMI splitter, which I have on the way, thanks to Amazon Prime and the free 2-day shipping. So I'll be doing more of these videos. This is the game I played last night. Operation Locker Conquest. Conquest is really all I play, that and Domination. I did okay. I think I went 10 for 14, which is a good game for me. But as always, the difference between Battlefield and Call of Duty is Battlefield is more of working as a team. And, there's a lot more ways to get points than just killing people. And I had a good game. I got a shitload of points. Anyway, got a lot to catch up on, y'all. First of all, today is May 1st, and I am off probation. Yes, my DUI never happened. I was a good boy, and 2 years I didn't get in any trouble, and it never happened. There will always be an arrest on my record, but I have never been convicted of anything. It's all water under the bridge now. So, yay me! But it wasn't like my probation was that big of a deal because I didn't have a probation officer. I didn't have any restrictions. It really wasn't that hard. I just had to stay out of trouble, and I did. But now I'm off probation, and I have learned my lesson. Don't drink and drive. It's not worth it. And I will never do it again. I swear to God, I learned my lesson, and unlike someone else, how did I not kill that guy? The rubber banding and the server issues they still have on this game they're still working it out. But yeah, that guy should have been dead. Anyway, let's see. I turned 39 on March 21st, and I was supposed to have a date. And that date stood me up, so that makes me 0-14 now for dates actually showing up. But my friend Angela came the day after my birthday, came up, made me dinner. We watched a lot of movies, I think it was like 5:30 in the morning roughly. And, we just shot the shit and had a good time. Anyway, still having bad luck with my birthdays. I just want to give you a heads up. This video is going to be pretty long. I think it's about 20 minutes long because I need to edit a whole lot of it out. And honestly, I've got a lot to talk about. So I guess I'll just get into it. If you go to my past videos, a lot of times I would mention that I was seeing someone from, I've known since we were kids. And everything, she was going through a divorce, and things were going to be so great. Well, I find out that basically for the last year was all bullshit. It was a scam, if you will. Nothing was genuine. From what I've been told and been gathering, I was just being used because she wanted to go to the reunion with me, the high school reunion, 23 reunion last summer, to avoid an old boyfriend of hers who I've always gotten along with, and we've always been friends, and that was it. But she led me on. She made a lot of promises. Anyway, so I don't even know how to describe this, to be honest with you. I fell in love. I'm like, oh, this is the one. I'm finally given an opportunity. I mean, she seemed perfect. She was beautiful. She was smart. She was, allegedly she was going to be very well off once this divorce is final. But that was like the least of my concerns. I could care less about the money. I never asked her for a dime. I never asked her for anything but just spend time with me and, talk to me. Well, anyway, one thing led to another, and when this whole thing started before the reunion, which was last June, she would call me, 4:30, 5:30 in the morning, crying because this soon-to-be ex allegedly did this, or she just needed someone to talk to, and I really felt sorry for her, because this person was, see, look at that, see how he's kind of skating back then, yeah. That's Dice still needs to work on their servers or EA or whoever. Well, anyway, so she called me in the middle of the night, and I didn't mind. I really didn't. I enjoyed being the shoulder to cry on. I enjoyed, helping out any way I could. And one thing led to another, and emotions changed, and I was in the back of my head, because I'm a pessimist, thought, yeah, maybe this is bullshit. Maybe this is too good to be true. Why, someone that looks like her, why a guy like me, but I don't know. It just didn't make sense. And so we went to our reunion. There's a video, if you go back, about it. I just made public. And the Friday night of the reunion was probably one of the best nights of my life. I had so much fun, had my first Dear Penthouse Forum moment. And I'll never forget. Anyway, Saturday night, not so much, but I don't want to get into that. And, so after the reunion, of course, before she tells anyone, she just up and leaves and goes back to California. And, it wasn't uncommon for her to go a week or so, maybe 2 or 3 weeks without talking to me, but she would go months. And then, I find out she gets in a little trouble with the law out there. And 2 times she got in a little trouble with the law. Could be serious, but I don't know if she's going to buy her way out of it or what the deal is. But one thing I do know is, I got in the same trouble once. I learned my lesson. I didn't fuck around. So she came back home, and this fall, back in October, and she was in an area, in a facility to get some help near where I live, and I would go and visit her every time I could. She always wanted cheap Mexican food. She always wanted chapstick or blue Gatorade or something. And I didn't mind. I really didn't. I just enjoyed spending time with her. And anyway. Long story short, we would go out there, we go out to dinner or whatnot, and, when I first started going out to this place, they thought I was the soon-to-be ex at first, and I'm like, no, I'm just, a guy from high school, and she was, always reassured me that everything was real. She was as real as it got, everything was real, everything she says is honest, and, well, I'll get to that later, but it was all bullshit. And so I took a picture of us. We just got back from a dinner we went together, and it's in the parking lot. And I would put the picture on this video, but I don't want to ruffle any more feathers than I already have, because this picture allegedly got me in a bunch of trouble. But I've been waiting over a month now, and I'll get to that in a minute. Anyway, so this picture was taken in a parking lot, and unless maybe you lived in the city in Kansas where it was taken, you might recognize the building, but there's no signage, there's no, in the picture it tells you where it was taken. It's not like, it's just a picture of us. You can make out a handicap parking spot, but that's about it. So I hadn't heard from her since January, and the reason I did hear from her in January is she got in trouble for a 3rd time out in California. And she told me that she, was going to go get this, one of these ankle monitor things on her ankle. And I didn't believe her because, she's never kept a promise. And when I did my, stuff to get out of my legal problems, my roommate had one of those alcohol things, and there's just no way around it. You can't use certain soaps and shampoos. It's pretty sensitive. They have to be downloaded every other week, I believe. There's just no way around it. And this is a pretty serious commitment. But, she sent me a text like 20 minutes after I got off the phone with her, and there it was on her ankle. She had the ankle bracelet. And I don't know if she still has it on. I don't know. And then that was early January. It just went dark. And one of the biggest things on my bucket list, one of the biggest things I've ever wanted to do in my life is to see the Red Wings play in Detroit at the Joe Louis Arena. I've always wanted to do that. I've dreamed about doing that since I was a little boy. And it was right after the reunion. So we're talking July, August. She's like, oh, yeah, I got tickets. We're going to the game in February. Okay, and I looked it up. There was only one game in February because of the Olympics. Now it's February 2nd. They played Vancouver. And, every time I bring it up, for 6-7 months, it's all I heard. Oh, yeah, we're going to go to the game. I'm like, well, I haven't seen flight arrangements. I haven't seen a ticket. I haven't seen shit. Come on. No one's ever given me anything this thoughtful and valuable before. So, of course, I'm calling bullshit. And she's like, no, she reassured me. She was reassuring me for, months. Oh, it's happening, it's happening, it's happening. And so the game was supposed to be on February 2nd. I last heard her voice on January 17th. So, it's getting close to the game. I'm like, look, if you can't go, I understand because of the ankle thing. Just give me the tickets. I'll go by myself, and nothing, not a peep. And I'm like, well, can I at least see the tickets? Send me a picture of the tickets. Nothing. She just went dark. And that was like, okay, this was all bullshit. Low blow, but hey, things can be worse. So then, I start asking around, and they're like, oh, you haven't heard. I go, what do you mean? Well, allegedly, this person has lied to other classmates and has led other people on. And I just got the worst because I was led on for a year. And, I can take rejection. I've been rejected all my life. I'm used to that. Excuse me, but I'm not used to being led on. And, all my friends kind of warned me. And actually, my closest friend warned this person I'm talking about not to, mess with me, Just be up front with me and straight, and that's something that this person couldn't do. And my closest friends kind of had a feeling it was too good to be true. It was all bullshit because her stories never made sense. Allegedly I'm being watched. This all my social media and whatever, I'm being watched. And well, anyway, it's all bullshit. So anyway, that picture is still on my Facebook if you want to go look at it. And so I posted that picture because I knew it would ruffle her feathers. I hadn't heard from her in, it's been 2-3 months. And I just like, what the hell's going on? Why didn't Detroit happen? And I knew her. She'd blame it on the soon-to-be ex because allegedly she got the tickets from connections with their soon-to-be ex's place of employment. They're a big sponsor of the Joe Louis Arena, and I knew that would be her excuse. I don't think the tickets ever existed. I really don't. So I was a little upset and probably had a couple too many to drink. And so I'm like, I'm just going to post this picture. There's nothing illegal about it. It was taken in a public domain. It's not like you can tell exactly where it was taken. And I'm like, fuck it. And, it ruffled her feathers. Oh, my God, she was mad. Blaming me how, she's going to lose her kids because of this one picture, and how her lawyer was going to throw my ass in court, and I had to be, she just totally went ape shit, fucking nutty on me. And I'm just like sitting there like, this isn't the person I've known for, 25 years. I'm like, what the hell is wrong with her? So anyway, I didn't think much about it because, I used to be in the web hosting business. I used to be a network engineer. I used to be a webmaster. I kind of know about internet law. Public domain is fair game. Now, again, there's no signage in the picture. You can't tell where it was taken. I didn't put like I just said, hanging out with an old friend in October. That's it. So there's nothing wrong with the picture. My lawyer, so I told him the story. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to get sued because she allegedly lost her kids over this one picture, blah, 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 blah. And first of all, the divorce didn't file. So no one's lost anything because the judge hasn't slammed that gavel down yet. So, and my lawyer's like, there's nothing wrong with this picture. I mean, it's whatever. Worst case, you get a nasty letter, but I'm like, oh no, she says I'm responsible. And my lawyer laughed so hard, he fell out of the chair in his office. I literally heard him go thump, ow, and I was like, he goes, he goes, let her sue. I want to hear this story because she would have to disclose and prove, my home state, my hometown, about how, oh yeah, this one picture ruined everything. Not her 3 run-ins with the law, 2 trips to get help for the run-ins with the law, and God knows what else out there. To me, it was comical. It was nutty at best, and I just really felt sorry because I'm just like, this isn't the person I know. I mean, something's going on. So, anyway, it was just really sad. I mean, I don't know what's going on. I mean, I can look public records. I do know her divorce is moving on. I do know she has court next Tuesday for a problem running with the law she had in July, which I know you could put things off that's late in California because mine only put off a month. I wanted to get it over with. And so I'm just hanging in there, and allegedly I'm being watched, and I've heard everything from my phone's being tapped to all my internet connections are being watched, and I'm just like, whatever. I'm a network engineer. If someone's on my network that I don't know, I will know about it. Trust me. And I'm not too worried about it because other than Netflix, email, couple YouTube videos, not a whole lot going on in my life. I mean, it's not like it's not like Homeland Security, which a friend of mine who works for Homeland Security as a detective, he's like, there's wiretaps in your area, but I haven't seen your name on anything. It's not like I'm a big terrorist and this and that. But and then anyway, back to this picture thing and the kids. Allegedly, I'm hurting the kids, and I'm like, how am I hurting the kids with one picture? I would never harm a child. It's just in my nature, and that's another part of this story. I would love to explain to me how the kids are being hurt by me personally, which is bullshit. Because if the kids were being harmed, I think both parents would say something. I haven't heard anything from the father, and I also believe, I would have been thrown in jail. There would have been a cop knocking on my door and say, hey, here's some handcuffs, you're going to jail. But that hasn't happened. And also, the mother, when she was going through all this legal stuff, was never around. So it's like, okay, yeah, you can go be in jail, you can do this, you can try to get help for this, you can do this, and you're not around and the kids are fine. But, I post one picture and all hell breaks loose, and it's all bullshit. And, it's just like, seriously, do you really believe your own bullshit? I think if you lie enough, I think after a while you just start lying, you believe your own bullshit, And it's just sad because this isn't the person I grew up with. The person I grew up with would be like, look, I'm sorry, this is what happened, please forgive me. The person I've known, for over 25 years now, we've never just totally flipped out and blamed everything, on someone else that's, over, 1,800, 1,900 miles away. I don't know how far Missouri is from Orange County, California, but, whatever. I do apologize, but, here's the thing. If you come after me with the lawsuit, I'm just going to laugh because been there, done that. It's sad. I wish her nothing but the best. I hope maybe one day, we can at least be friends and at least try to work out how some of this crazy shit happened. But I don't see that happening because she's never been the one to admit, hey, maybe this isn't right, blah, 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 blah. But, it's just sad, but I wish her the best. And, a lot of my friends warned me and they told me, she did this to this guy, a friend of ours. And I should have listened. So basically my lesson today, if it's too good to be true, it probably fucking is. And I should practice what I preach. And, the best thing I could ever happen would be, we just sit down, talk it out, work out our differences. Anyway, that's my game. I hope